Some people get annoyed with Navi's constant yappering. This is the advice she gave us this time. Come on, be brave. Let's go inside the Deku Tree. Yeah, like I wasn't already doing that. Hey everybody, it's the Mechmaster 14. Welcome back to more of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. In the last episode, we got ourselves a sword and a shield and encountered the Great Deku Tree. He told us that we needed to go inside of him in order to break the curse that has been placed upon him. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing in this episode. So let's get playing. Also, I've still got a little bit of a cough. And here we have more Deku Babas, but this time they're actually trying to attack us. And that's because if you land the killing blow on their faces rather than their necks, they'll drop a Deku Nut. You can select these on the item subscreen, and you can select them to one of the C buttons. Try throwing it, it will flash and stun an enemy. So pretty useful. We actually got 5 of them. So this Deku Baba, if I threw a Deku Nut at him, he would get stunned, as he just did. Look at this wall. The vines are growing on it to give you a rough surface. Maybe you can climb it, Link? Or we don't need to kill that last Deku Baba. Alright, so we can climb walls like this with vines on them. Is there anything over there? No, just the heart. And more rupees. These guys right up here are new enemies. They're called Waltalas. They appear on walls that you can climb, and if you try to climb next to them, they'll attack you. And we also have our first chest of the dungeon. By the way, this is the first dungeon. And we found the dungeon map. Press start to get to the subscreen and look at the map subscreen. Blue chambers are places that you have already visited. Your current location is the flashing room. Move the cursor up and down to select the floor in view. Alright, so that's nifty. Listen. You can open a door by standing in front of it and pressing A. Yeah, thanks, Navi. Thanks. She tells us the obvious, like, you can open a door by standing in front of it. This dude is a new enemy. He's a Deku Scrub. He'll shrink back into his little plant if you get close to him, and the only way to defeat him is to reflect a nut at him. That's not weird. Oh, forgive me, Master. If I give you a clue, will you let me go? When you jump off a high cliff, you can hold up to roll forward. You can roll on the ground, and you won't get hurt from the fall. I can't guarantee it'll work though. The cliff is really, really high. I'll try if you're feeling bold. Ah, there's that iconic sound. I love that sound. Alright, this platform will fall. Not sure why we need to do that platforming thing since we can just climb up. And we get another chest. What could it be? What could it be? What could it be? It's the Sperry Slingshot! You can select to the item subscreen and yeah. Proceed to take it out and hold it. As you hold C, you can aim with the control stick and release to unleash a Deku Seed. If you want to shoot right away, you can first press C and hold down C a little longer to get a seed ready. Oh, I don't want to save. Alright, so this is how the slingshot works. We can hold down C and aim, and we can shoot at things. And this, as you can probably guess, is how we're going to take down those Waltalas. Also, since the normal version of this enemy, these skull spider things, the normal name of these enemies are called Skulltulas, so I don't know why they didn't just call these Wall Skulltulas. Oh, come on. Climb the vines. Now we can get up even higher into the dungeon. we can drop down. And now we have these enemies. They're big Skulltulas. The soft belly is the weak point. It's also important to mention that when you're Z targeting like this, you can actually move forward and press A to do a jump attack. They do twice as much damage as normal attacks. You press down the switch and a timer starts. And after the timer runs out, these platforms will shrink back down. We can jump across here and open up this chest. And get the compass! You now see the locations of many hidden things in the dungeon. At least that one was short. Alright, let's tap on the switch again because there's something else over the other way, like this way. Go over here, there's a chest, but more importantly, this guy. You destroyed a gold Skulltula. You got a token proving you destroyed it. Those gold Skulltulas are gonna play kind of an important role in one of the big side quests in the game. They're going to appear all around in dungeons, in the overworld, and you have to kill them and collect their tokens. I believe there's like 100 of them, but there's no point in trying to kill all of them. But I will show you what you get when you do kill them. You know, we have another big Skulltula. And we get right on this edge, and we can see right down there's a web. And since this thing is kind of extruded outwards, what you can probably guess we have to do is we have to jump out and not do that. Can't believe I missed that. Alright, so let's go back up, I guess. Oh. Alright, that was kind of embarrassing. I wanted to do that whole jump attack to the sword because it's so cool to use your sword. Now let's go back to where we were. There we go. Went right through. And now we're down here in water. Ooh, we got Deku Seeds. These are small hard seeds that you can use as bullets for your slingshot. Speaking of our slingshot, we have another gold Skulltula here that we can kill and collect another token for. Alright, you can just press B to skip through that text box. Also, I believe this vine takes you back to the top of the Deku Tree, just in case you wanted to know that. We have another gold Skulltula. I believe this is the last one we can collect in this dungeon right now. So, pretty simple. There. We press down this button, that causes a torch to light. You get a recovery heart, but that's actually kind of good because I was a little low on health. And we can now light this Deku stick, take it through the water, and burn up this web with it. So we already saw kind of what Deku sticks could do before, but this kind of explains how they really work. We destroyed this guy again. Please forgive me, Master. I'll never do it again. If you spare me, I'll teach you something cool. You will never beat my brothers up ahead unless you punish him in the proper order. The order is 2, 3, 1. 23 is number 1. You think I'm a traitor? Oh, by the way, that code doesn't change every time. It's always going to be 231. And we got some more Deku Seeds. And we have an eye above a blocked doorway. When in doubt, shoot the eye. I don't know if people actually say that, but I do. After you get into the water, you can hold down A, you can dive. I bet there's something interesting underwater. Alright, let's see. There is. There's a switch. Alright, so once you go underwater, you can dive for 3 seconds. This lowers the water level. And now, this platform here is going to be low enough that we can actually fit under this spinny spike thing. If we tried doing that before we lowered the water level, we would just get wrecked. There we go. Stand next to this block and grab a hold with A. While holding A, you can push or pull it. If you stand next to the block and press A whilst pressing the up arrow towards it, you can climb on top of it. Pay attention to what the action icon says. Alright, so whenever you see a block like this with the 2 eyes staring at you, you can grab it and push or pull it. Depending on where it is, you might need to push or you might need to pull it. And if you're running up against it, you can climb on top of it. And now up above, oh, not in this room. So there's something up above that was interesting in one of these rooms. So we have a Deku torch, not a Deku torch, just a normal torch. There's no like Deku torches. Which we can use to go through here. We have another Skulltula. And now we look up here, there are those things. Those things are Goma eggs. Oh, can you destroy them? Apparently not. I thought you could destroy them. Alright, so we can now use this Deku torch to burn our way through here. But there's nothing that we can really do there. Right now, at least. What we want to do is we want to go over here and burn this. Ah, there they are. These are Goma larvas. Alright, so those guys were the things that were on the ceiling. They'll hatch and turn into the Goma larva things. Now we make our way through here. We're actually back in the room where we started, but we're on a higher level. And now all the torches are high up except for that one right there. Oh, I didn't mean to climb on it. So what we need to do is we need to push this block down. And that'll act as a stepping stool, or block, or whatever you want to call it, so we can get back up. Honestly, even though this is just the first dungeon, I do think the puzzles in it are really good. Do this. Now we strike with our Deku stick and fall down here. There are some recovery hearts right here, and that skull on the map that you see, that's the boss. And now we have 3 Deku brothers. And the guy ahead said beat them in the order 2, 3, 1. Come on, spit another nut at me. Again, that sounds really weird. How did you know our secret code? How irritating. It's so annoying that I'm going to have to reveal a secret of Queen Goma to you. In order to administer the coup de grace on Queen Goma, strike your sword while she's stunned. Oh, Queenie. Sorry about that. Alright, so he leaves behind a recovery heart. And now, we're at the boss. And I love the introduction to this boss. Walk into this foggy-looking room. The door slams shut behind us. There's no turning back. And we hear this rustling. We go up. We go into first person. And we find the Queen. The parasitic armored arachnid, Goma. This might be the easiest boss in any Zelda game. Basically what you need to do is you need to stun her while her eye is red. You can do that with either a Deku Nut or a... Oh, why am I not hitting her? There we go. You can stun her with either a Deku Nut or with your slingshot. And while she's on the ceiling, she'll lay Goma eggs, but you can also stun her there. Dang, she did not put up much of a fight. Once she fell from the ceiling, she just decided to accept her fate. Also, I didn't get to say this during the fight, but one design detail that I like about her is that her eye is in the, is that the divide symbol, like in math, is in her eye, like she's going to divide us. It's kind of a small thing, but I do like it. Again, and we also got a heart container. Your maximum life energy is increased by 1 heart, and it's been totally filled. So we now have 4 hearts instead of 3. And we now step into the mystical portal that'll take us out of here. Also, that was not that long of a dungeon. That took us less than 20 minutes. Well done, Link. Thou hast verily demonstrated thy courage. Oh, demonstrated thy courage. I knew thou wouldst be able to carry out my wishes. Now I have yet more to tell ye. Wouldst thou listen? I don't want to, but I don't think I have a choice. Now listen carefully. A wicked man of the desert cast this dreadful curse upon me. This evil man ceaselessly uses his vile, sorcerous powers in his search for the sacred realm that is connected to Hyrule. For it is that sacred realm that one will find the divine relic, the Triforce, which contains the essence of the gods. Before time began, before spirits and life existed, 3 golden goddesses descended upon the chaos that was Hyrule. Din, the goddess of power. Nehru, the goddess of wisdom. And Furor, the goddess of courage. Din, with their strong flaming arms, she cultivated the land and created the Red Earth. Nehru poured her wisdom onto the earth and gave it the spirit of law to the world. Furore. With a rich soul poured all life forms who would uphold the law. The three great goddesses, their labors completed, departed for the heavens. The golden sacred triangles remained at the point where the goddesses left the world. Since then, the sacred triangles have become the basis of our world's providence. And the resting spot of these triangles has become the sacred realm. Thou must never allow the desert man in black armor to lay his hands on the sacred Triforce. Thou must never suffer that man with his evil heart to enter the sacred realm of legend. That evil man who cast the death curse upon me and sapped my life power. Because of that curse, my end is nigh. Though your valiant efforts to break the curse were successful, I was doomed before you started. Yes, I will pass away soon, but do not grieve for me. I have been able to tell you these important matters. This is Hyrule's final hope. Link, go now to Hyrule Castle. There, thou wilt surely meet the Princess of Destiny. Take this stone with you, the stone that the man wanted so much that he cast the curse upon me. You got the Kakiri's Emerald. This is the spiritual stone of the forest, now entrusted to you by the Great Deku Tree. The future depends on thee, Link. Thou art courageous. Navi the Fairy, help Link carry out my will. I entreat ye, Navi. Goodbye. It sure was nice of the curse to let the Deku Tree say all those things before he died. Let's go to Hyrule Castle, Link. Goodbye, Great Deku Tree. Alright, now we have to get going. Oh, hey Mido. Hey Link, what did you do? The Great Deku Tree, did he die? How you do a thing like that? It's all your fault. It's all your fault, Mido, for not letting me see him quicker. If I could have gotten to him faster, then there was a chance he would have survived, but no, you blocked my path! Ugh. Anyways, thanks for watching my video. Next time on The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, we're going to be heading for Hyrule Castle and trying to find the Princess of Destiny. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you can, like, comment, and subscribe because that would really help out the channel. And with that, I'll see you guys next time. McMaster, out!